Alright everybody, welcome back to a new video. On this one, we're kind of coming in kind of late. Let me explain. We had got this go-kart from a friend of mine. It had been sitting for probably 5 years, maybe less. I wasn't going to do a video on it, but it's turning out to need a little work to the motor and stuff, so we can do a couple upgrades, and I think it'll make it for a great video. So I'll go ahead and talk about everything we've done so far. It came with a couple extra pieces. This is a gas tank, and he said he had changed the head on it. I'm not sure exactly why, but this paint job is not the best. It needs 4 tires. The motor was seized up when we got it. The carburetor was full of water, but we freed the motor. Was cleaning the carburetor, but turns out you can get a carburetor for this thing for probably 20 bucks. So that's what we did. We bought a whole new carburetor, fuel lines, fuel filter, a couple of little small things. We're still waiting on that to come in. Might be in the mailbox. We had to get a new belt too. That's what is on the hood of my car. Me and little boy are going to put the belt on today, and we will try to document the rest of this build. Like I said, the first part of it, there's no video because we weren't really going to make a video of it. So yeah, from this point, now there will be video.
Is it perfect and fits?
Okay. Supposed to. Alright, so we got one new belt. Amazon of all places. We're going to cut this belt off with those.
Okay.
If you want to try and do that.
Where?
Just anywhere, don't matter.
Is it hard?
Probably. I just want to see if you can do it.
It's hard.
Let's see how Daddy can do it.
I told you. Daddy,
there we go.
Here, I'll take it for you.
Nice.
Jeez.
Alright.
I must keep this as a belt.
Alright, so we got the old belt out of the equation, and we're gonna put the new one on. You wanna hand me the new one?
Yeah, where's it at?
Right there behind you. On the table.
There you go. But how are you gonna put it on?
I'm gonna show you. Alright. So if anybody ever puts these little belts on, like on a go-kart with the clutches, it'll actually tell you which side to face it toward. Because one side is flat, one side is concaved. So you can see one side is probably, you can't really see that. One side is flat, one side has a angle to it.
Daddy, look. That's turning.
Let's see, honey. Alright, so we're going to put it like that. Sometimes you can squeeze these things open. Maybe not. Oh, wow, that's super tight. Alright, so we're going to do like that. And then we'll just rotate the wheel.
It's on.
There we go. There's our new belt installed. So when we finally get the motor running,
But what won't it turn right now?
it likes to be able to spin these tires like it's supposed to. Say hi, Eli.
Hi.
Alright. So we got our belt installed. It's probably just tight because it's a new belt. But as you see, we got it freed up. We're just waiting on our carburetor now. It goes here, and some new fuel lines. Do you want to go?
We're done.
Do you want to go check the mailbox? Yeah. See if our carburetor's in there. Aw, dang. Okay, let's see about fixing the tire. We do have a hole in the tire, so we'll be back in just a second. All right, so we do know we have one hole in this tire. Turn around so we can get to it. You guys can see right there, we have a patch that's leaking. We're gonna pull it out and we're gonna redo it. We got some other tire patches here. There we go, see? Old patch.
Now it's coming out.
So we're gonna take, clean the hole up a little bit first, which is a super big hole. that.
Stick. Now let's open up a new one.
We're gonna probably put both of these in that hole.
Both of them?
The fun part should be getting both of them in this tool. It's only made for one at a time. Alright, so we got both those patches in there. That took a little bit of work. It's only really made for one at a time. So we're gonna stick this in there, in the hole. Goober it. Okay. Just about 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch sticking out. Then you twist it like that. And then we're gonna pull it out really fast. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Wow. That's not supposed to stay on there. Oh, here we go.
It finally worked.
Alright, so now we're gonna put some air back in the tire.
Over here?
Can
I help with it again?
Get it up.
Good.
I'll take it off. Alright, now we got some air in it. We're gonna spray it.
Is there any bubbles coming out?
There's not. It's alright. Well, we got the plug in it, as you can see there, but the plug is probably not going to stay in there. This is for just for temporary purposes. When we get the carburetor in, we can drive around the street and test it out. Make sure it's still going to work. Then we'll get tires and maybe put a little paint job on it and make it look a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daddy, I wanted like the back, like this side like green and like this side blue. What?
Green and blue?
Yeah. Yeah.
We might do green. I seen one guy that painted his like monster green. It was really cool. It does need a paint job. This old red is wore off pretty bad. So, well, pretty much now we're done until we get our carburetor. That'll probably be, I'm guessing, when the mail lady runs. Hopefully today. Fingers crossed. Maybe tomorrow. So I'm off tomorrow too, so we can work on it tomorrow if we need to. I think now we're going to take old Betsy somewhere and get her exhaust put on. So stay tuned for that video. Alright everybody, welcome back. Today we got the carburetor in for the go-kart. Kiddos ain't here, so hopefully we can get this thing running before they get home. Kind of surprise them, so we're going to open it up and show you what we got. We got carburetor, carburetor base gasket, air filter, the little particulate filter. Let's see what else we got. Oh Lord, a lot of stuff in here. The main thing we needed was the new carburetor, which is awesome. We don't have to have that old rebuilt one, so there's that. Came with a new spark plug, which I needed that. A couple of fuel filters. I don't really know where to put these at because there's no room. Got 2 fuel cutoffs. There's a second one. A little section of fuel line. This will run to the gas tank. Alright, we're going to go out here to the go-kart. Alright. First we have to check our gas tank. See what all kind of crud's down inside of that thing. Which, believe it or not, absolutely nothing at all. Because it's just plastic. So, I'm going to go get some tools and our fuel line and see if we can't stick that on first. Alright, hope you guys can see. This fuel line is a really poor design because it runs behind the block, or like through the middle of it, up to the back side, to where the gas tank sits over here. So I'm going to try to feed this through there. Okay, there's that side of it. That is a pain in the bahookie. Alright, so let me get this gas tank on and I'll come back and show you. Imagine you can take the seat off. That would make it a heck of a lot easier. There we go. There's one. There's two. Welcome back to the carburetor side. So what I want to do is replace this gasket for one thing. This is an old, crappy one. We have a new one right here. But I need to find a bolt for this one, or a nut, because he said he lost it. Well, that actually works for that, so we can use this one. I need to go find another nut in a minute, but for right this second, to set this on here temporarily, what I want to do is I want to put a fuel filter. Well, the gas tank's above is the carburetor, so if I come out and circle back around with a gas line, that should work. I'd like to put fuel shutoff as well, but you know, let me go see what I got as far as fuel line. Alright, boys and girls, welcome back. We got things we needed. We found the fuel line, which is 1/4 inch fuel line, by the way. Got some nuts, and we got some actual clamps, the little screw-on ones. We're going to try the little squeeze clamps, see how it goes, and then just go from there. So this should be enough fuel line to kind of come out and back up into the carburetor. So let's put that on. So let's take this one off, since we don't need this no more. Whoa, that is a tight fit. Wouldn't imagine you need much of a clamp. Put our new gasket on. Right there. Oh, I wish I had an ATV lift or something. That would be ideal. I'm gonna put that right there so your carburetor doesn't have any vacuum leaks when you hook it up. So now, I'm gonna stick this over. Well, I think I'll run the fuel line like this. So we gotta hook up this little clamp first. You always want to test your throttle, make sure it doesn't stick, because you don't want your children with a stuck throttle tear them to the wood somewhere. Let's stick this bolt to there, and I hope that these nuts work. 1/4 standard thread nuts. Oh, are you serious right now? We're gonna have to use this one because that one, those nuts are not right, so it's okay. It'll all mesh together. Now we will hook up our fuel, which is probably gonna have to come way back here and do that number. So we're gonna cut this back here so we can turn like that. There we go. Alright, so that's gonna live like that. I might wire tie it right there just to keep it from getting ripped or something. So this one is original. I don't know how long it's been in there, but it's probably original. Come on now. Stupid top part don't need. Alright. There's the old one. British Nasty. Put that in there. And we have a nice, pretty new one. This is definitely a cheap one. It's called a Savior. Let's actually double check. And no, it's not the right one. Glad I checked that. See the difference? So we're gonna have to use the original. The new spark plug is not gonna work. But it's okay. Because it was running with the spark plug. I just wanted to change it because I had one, you know. I've already went through and greased all the joints, the steering and everything, so it's moving now. Steering will turn. Alright. Well, we got it to run. Sorry, I turned the camera off. I was getting a little frustrated. You don't want to run too good. So I'm going to put the air cleaner on and see if it's a flow issue or what. And we're going to add the air cleaner and the particulate filter. I guess it goes down here first, and then the air cleaner like that, like something like that. And hook them on the little clips there, push it up to where it needs to be. Then you'll have your little wing nut here, and that'll make a nice tight seal on that. I think that's our problem, why you don't want to run too easily. I think it's something to do with the not enough suction or something. So we're going to try it again real quick. Definitely have to figure that one out. As soon as you crank it up, it wants to go. So, I mean, something is grabbing the belt. Alright, as you can see, we got this back together. I don't think it's going to work too long. This here was froze up. It wasn't letting it slide. The little clutch, so I definitely need 2 new clutches. And a little bearing back here that the chain rides on. But it idles now, so that's good. So we're gonna fire it up here, let it run for a minute, and probably take it down the street. Alright, well, we got it going. As you can see, turns out the throttle was a little janky, and then that clutch thing was stuck. So I think we're good enough for a test drive. Check the air in the tires one more time. Then we're gonna take it around the block. Let me get the GoPro ready. God dang it. down. One at a time. Ready?
Yeah.
Hold on tight.
Yeah! Rock and roll! Ah. Yeah! Yeah!
Well, that's about how I expected that to go. Got it running, then we broke it. The little front clutch up here, the one that was rusted, it broke. It doesn't even, it'll spin, but it won't actually spin outward, so something is broken there. We're gonna order that back one, another belt since it's chewed up that one now, and we're gonna get another chain. So we might get a more powerful clutch, and gonna get a new throttle cable. That design is stupid. So yeah, stay tuned for the next video on the go-kart, guys. Appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time.